Hello, camera. It is 2:54 p.m. on Tuesday, May 27th. It's been busy. Busy but good busy. Um, let's see. Last week I left off on was it Monday? I don't think it was. It may have been Thursday. Let me check. The 19th, which is about a week ago, maybe? Unsure. Regardless, I've been out and about. I've been busy. I've been hanging out with Lee and Joey and Ray a lot, which is fun. I've also been doing job training, which they're paying me for, which is nice. I think I mentioned that last time. There's more in-person training this week than there was last week, and I have been not the best on being on top of the online training. There's no due date except for 2 of them, but those aren't due until like mid-June, and I plan on doing those after recording this, so it's not super big deal. But yeah, movies I watched. After DND, I hosted Suburbs last Wednesday, I want to say. That was good. That was fun. I think they liked the session. Ryan guest starred, which was nice. He played a human band kid named Benji or Banji. And he was very funny. Ryan always plays goofy characters. After that, me, Joey, Lee, and Ray watched Spaceballs. The beginning half of the movie is not that funny. It's got a good couple bits. The movie definitely gets funnier as you get further into it, which can be a bit of a struggle sometimes. Here it is. It's been up for a bit. Yeah, it's one of the classics, I suppose. Got some good bits, got some not so other good bits. You know, movies age. What can you do? And then I also watched, not the same night, that would be crazy. I think Saturday or Sunday. I think it was Sunday. Yes, Sunday. Sunday I watched Seventh Seal, which is, it's an old movie, but I found it very cool. It was very, very interesting. I know a lot of film people are very bro-y about that film. It's like, you have to watch it. It's cinema. And like, it's good. And I'm sure there are themes that are going over my head. But good, cool movie. Interesting themes of death and religion and stuff like that. Belief. Cool thing. If you can stomach black and white movies that are in, I think, Finnish, give it a shot. It's Criterion Collection for a reason, I suppose. But yeah, other things I did this week. I went to 2 D&D sessions, other than the one I hosted on Wednesday. I think it was last Tuesday was the first session of Joey's campaign, where I played my guy. Yes, my silly little guy, Aeon. He's very mysterious, I think. He's also just bad at being social and talking to people. He's got a low charisma score. But that's super fun. I'm very excited to get into that. We had session 2 on, I want to say, Saturday. More fun, more hijinks. We went to Wild West Town, which was really fun, from a campaign Joey tried to get going freshman year. So it was fun to revisit that. That was silly. That was goofy. What other things other than the main thing? I think I've been playing a lot of Chrono Trigger. I've tried playing it before and I just never got into it, and now I'm like super into it. I've done all the side quests. I'm at the final boss, and that's like all I have left to do, and that makes 2 games of the 4 I believe I have to complete for my bingo sheet. And that's good to hear. Other than that, yeah, no other minor things. The last major thing that I was holding off because you saved the best for last, was Natasha and I celebrated our 3 months yesterday on Monday. Yay! I love her. We did a bunch of stuff actually. We went out to get lunch. We got McAllister's, which was delicious. And then we went to Michael's and we got clay and we got beads. And we made those like TikTok. I mean, it's not exclusively TikTok, but it's bracelets where the beads match our eye colors. And like, this just looks fire. This just looks really good. And it has immense sentimental value, which is awesome. And then we made a bunch of clay guys. I've got a couple of them here. I have Gunther. I have all of these Natasha made, other than Natasha made Gunther. That Gunther. She made this tiny mouse. She made this dude. He's silly. I made another one like this, except he's blue. He's like a lighter blue. And then I made, out of the scraps, I made this. Oh, he's upside down. I made this tiny bird, silly looking bird, and then I made this lemon, also out of scraps. Lemon. She has the Gunter that I made. She has the blue guy. She's got a Babam she made from Mario, and then she also has Pac-Man and the ghosts that we made together. Yeah. And then after our crafts, we watched some regular show and hung out a little bit. And then I had to say bye to her, which is devastating. But I'll see her again very soon, hopefully. But yeah, that's been my past week. This morning was job training. Yeah. And then I got an adapter for my monitor because my computer only has one HDMI port, but like a bunch of like the weird HDMI ports that are like square on one side. So we had to get an adapter for that. And we did. And I got more body wash and I got a new loofah. Haul. Anyway, as for the rest of my day, I'm going to do more online job training because I gotta catch up. And I'm going to be thinking about the monthly scene. I mentioned it last week, but I'm mulling over ideas about what the flower could be. Like, I want it to be about flowers, because Mayflowers. I'm not sure if it should be like an action thing where like they're going after some flower, or if it's like a environmental thing. I don't know. I gotta mull it over, and I'll do that. I'll also probably end up playing more Chrono Trigger, hopefully beating it. But we'll see. I do have job training tomorrow at 10 in the morning again, so I have to not be up too late. But we'll see. But yeah, that's it for me for now. I will see you later tonight, but you will see me very shortly. Welcome back to another episode of Gilma's Music Corner. This week we have Sleepgarden by Alan Gogoll. This song I found on TikTok, believe it or not. And it's very whimsical. It's very relaxing. It's very like perfect temperature, summer evening. Everything is good. Everything is fine. And that's a vibe I'm looking for. I have the concept for the May scene done, solidified in my head. I figured out the details, and all that's left for me to do is all of the filmmaking work, that being pre-production. And I plan on doing that stuff tomorrow night, and then I think filming on Saturday. So it'll be a tight turnaround for the edit, but that's what I get for procrastinating. The next 2 months, I think, already have projects lined up. And that's good news. That's good for me. That's good for you. Things have been a little strange lately. I feel like I've been in this haze, and I can't really explain it. It's just strange times. But like hazes do, this one will pass. Hopefully. This has been another episode of Gilma's Music Corner. Stay cool. Hello, camera. It is 9:29 p.m. that same day. I got a decent amount done, surprisingly. I did a lot more online training. And by a lot more, I mean 3 hours, I think. I had, I think, 15 hours left to do. And only 2 of them were due like halfway through June, and the rest of them are due halfway through July. So like I have a lot of time. I had a lot more time than I thought. Doing the online training through the app only told me when the next 2 were due, and I was like, well, when are the rest due? And then I figured it out. They're due in July, which means I have a lot more free time to do other work. And speaking of other work, I did a lot of, not like a lot, but I did some pre-production. I finally did the filmmaking thing. I'm doing it. Yes. But I started the pre-production document, at least. And I know vaguely what it's going to be about. There's one like specific detail that I still have to work out in my brain. I think I have it figured out, but I'm not completely sure. But I think I got it. But other than that one detail, I think the story aspect of it is pretty solid. I also spent a lot of time looking at the rental equipment from my local library. They do have a camera that is a lot better for filming than this one. They have 2 actually, but they're both currently checked out, and it doesn't tell me when they're gonna be back. The other library near me that I am not technically a part of that town, they have a lot more equipment. But unfortunately, I can't get it because that stuff is only for residents of the town over. And that's totally fair. I get it. But grr. And they have like audio equipment too. Like my library doesn't really have that at all. And good sound design is what makes a good film. So I'll try to fix it. Whatever audio I can get. Figure out a way to record it, I suppose. But yeah, I spent a lot of time doing that as well. Didn't end up playing more Chrono Trigger. What are you gonna do? I'll finish that sometime this week, probably. But that is all I have for this week. Thank you so very much for watching. I'm gonna try and get the next video out on Friday or Saturday. Because like it was on my mind all weekend. It was like I should do the video. And then Chrono Trigger. Teehee. But I'm gonna try and be more consistent, like recording on weekends with that. And hopefully I'll have time to edit this video tomorrow. I got D&D tomorrow, 3rd session. But that's later. That starts at like 7 or something. And I get out of training for my job tomorrow at like 2. I gotta do some errands in the middle, but other than that, maybe I should have time to throw together this video. But we'll see about that. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. Take care of yourself. Good night, camera.